Hey everyone, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I thought I would just quickly jump on and share some aha moments, even some awarenesses with you that I've had witnessing in myself, but also witnessing in some of my clients. And that is what exactly and what really does happen when you decide to up level. And so for what I see going on quite a bit, this has been my personal experience and I'm witnessing others, is every time that I make the decision to up level, what ends up happening is that all of the reasons to not, all the reasons to not up level show up. And that can look like different things. Sometimes it can look like catching a cold or catching even something more serious, like a cold moving into bronchitis or pneumonia. That might look something like a dog running away or someone needing surgery, someone that you love, a human being, an animal of sorts. It might mean sleeping in and missing meetings. It could be being unexplained grumpy. It could be, I mean, there is a plethora of ways that this shows up. It's a purging of sorts. And so it doesn't necessarily mean like a health purge, like a toxic purge when you decide to detox, but it is in essence, you've decided to up level. And so what must happen then, because you made that decision, the universe conspires with you. And so all the reasons for you to not show up and up level, all the obstacles and challenges that could possibly get in your way, they also show up. This is not, and I paused because this is so important. This is not because you're not meant to have the thing or be the thing. The universe doesn't punish you for deciding to up level, right? So some people are really comfortable with the words was I decided to do this thing and then a whole bunch of lessons came, that God decided to give me lessons, or the universe, spirit, divine intelligence decided to show me, to give me a lesson. And so that verbiage has always been really uncomfortable with me. What I suggest, like my clients use the language. I mean, if the word the lesson has no negative connotation, no negative energy to it, cool, right? For me, lessons always meant hard, always meant painful work. So it really is about what resonates with you, the language that you want to use. What I'm suggesting though is you take something and rather than talking about it being a lesson, understand that the universe is conspiring for you and not against you. So there are no lessons, right? There's nothing for you. There are certainly things for you to learn, 100%. I would say there are obstacles, challenges, situations that you have the opportunity to look at, to move through, and perhaps change the way you're thinking about it, or perhaps change your behavior around it. It is an up leveling. Once you decide to make the decision to up level, things are going to happen. So just know that it's nothing to be afraid of. In fact, every up leveling, every obstacle or challenge should be celebrated. And I'm going to share a personal example with you. So the beginning of the month, so I'm recording this at the end of August in 2022. And so at the beginning of this month, I went to go see my parents, and my mom has had 2 open heart surgeries. And so she's just dealing with the effects of that. She has 2 artificial valves, and she's at a place in her life right now where her lungs are not, they're slowly filling full of fluid. And so her cardiologist suggested that she get her affairs in order. Now, kind of a shock to all of us, because my mom's been like that stable, like get her done kind of woman, right? And she's been dealing with heart conditions since she was 16-ish. I think if she's about 16, she's 74, I think, at the time of this recording. So she's learned how to manage this. And so I decided that I wanted to go spend some time with my mom and dad. I haven't seen my parents for a couple of years. There's no bad story around there. There's no drama around it. We have a very unique relationship. They're comfortable with the relationship. I'm comfortable with the relationship. I also knew that I didn't want to have any regrets. And so I went to go see my parents. Now, I say that there's no drama, no story around it right now. There has been drama in my life with my parents. I consider myself to be the black sheep. I certainly have placed myself in that position, right? My mom and dad have never done anything to make me feel, I don't believe in that, to make me feel bad. I feel bad. That's not their pile of shit, that's my pile of shit. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm really clear about the language that I'm using here. I decided to go to where they live, and I opened up a truth portal. And so I didn't even think about it. It's like, I want to go and have some really deep conversations with my parents. I think there's some unspoken, unsaid angst, lower density energy. And I just want to ensure, as my mom transitions, and we don't know when she's going to transition, when my mom transitions to the next phase of her life, I don't have any regrets. And so I opened up this truth portal, and it was really cool. I could feel myself moving through this truth portal. I had an incredible weekend with my parents. There were many, many truths that came up. Some of them I cried, some of them were uncomfortable, but all of them led to the most beautiful weekend that I had in a very long time with my parents. I came back to where I live, which is currently, at the time of this recording, Red Deer, Alberta, Canada. I came back, and my partner was going through some weird health things. Happened to be in and out of the hospital with him for a couple days. I promise you all this is relevant. And so I was helping him in and out. And then 6 days, 5-6 days later, I go to wash my floors in the house, and I do something to my back and I can't move. I lay down on the floor and I stay there till my partner comes home. Now, it's comfortable. I wasn't in any danger. I wasn't being a drama queen. It was like, this just feels really good. And I think when he and our son get home, I will be able to manage this, right? I'll be able to stretch and do all the things that I need. I just couldn't. So he came home about 5 or 6 hours later, helped me up, and I couldn't walk. I couldn't sit. I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand. All I could do was lay down flat on my back or lay down on the side. This was all energy. This was all the washing the floors, much to my dismay. Washing the floors did not cause the back. This is all energy. I decided to open a portal of truth. I wanted to up level. I wanted to release any unspoken, unsaid, any lower density energies from a relationship with my parents, most specifically with my mother. I wanted to ensure that she had no regrets as much as I can control that, and that I had no regrets. Damn right, it was energy, right? So I spent the week in my bedroom, in bed, like not being able to do anything. All I could do was meditate, levitate, chant, do healing energy, call in all the healers that I have in my life and ask them to offer me insight as to what the message was. What was the thing that I was supposed to move through? When the thing I was meant to move through came through, it was a life-altering information for me. I can't think of it any other way. It was life-altering. And I understood at such a deep level so much more about my journey, and in particular, my relationship and the journey of my relationship with my parents. So when you make a decision to up-level, there are, I'm going to use consequences. Now, we often think of consequences as being bad, but there are consequences. I had the most amazing experience, although physically, mentally painful, emotionally painful as well. At the end of my 7 days, on the 8th day, literally, I could stand. 8th or 9th day, I did regular treatments. I had chiropractors working on me. I had massage therapists. I had healers. I did all of those things, and I did a lot of emotional work during that time, a lot of spiritual work. So don't be afraid to get in and do the work, and be in awareness that spirit is not telling you not to do it. So spirit wasn't telling me not to be in relationship with my parents, or not to go back to my mom and dad's, or not to do X, or not to do Y. Spirit was saying, hey, girlfriend, you asked for this. You wanted to be through the portal of truth. You wanted to up level. You wanted to heal pieces of your relationship. And we're just going to make this happen because time was of the essence. whether that means it's my time and meaning there was things that I need to move through quickly. I don't believe at this time of the recording, meaning timing of the essence, meaning my mother is transitioning sooner than later. I don't know when she's transitioning, only her soul, right? And her divine knows that. I just knew that I was meant to do that. So if you, when you make the decision to take the next step, just know this. It's so important. Just know this. And do not think it's a sign that you're supposed to stop. It's not a sign you're supposed to stop. You're supposed to forge ahead. Now, you don't have to make things happen. You can surrender. You can surrender into it. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I think I forgot to introduce myself, but my name is Ranchelle Van Bryce, and I am a metaphysical mentor. And I just received a beautiful message last week that I am supposed to refer all things marketing. I love marketing, right? I'm a marketing advisor and an analyst as well. And so I am really, what I'm starting to see is I am a truth seeker and I'm a truth speaker. And so I'd love to connect with you. Subscribe to the channel here. This is a bit longer than normal, and take care. Till then.